Welcome back to Sony Tales. In today's episode, we are diving into Chapter 4 of Fathers of Nations. Let's get started. Miss Fiona McKenzie hopped into a taxi, left the Seamount Hotel and headed back to her office. She had told her boss she would be there in about an hour, an estimate that overlooked a recent phenomenon, roadblocks. They were everywhere now. Motorists and pedestrians had to stop for inspection. Only after clearing them did guards swing the barriers and wave them on. 2 hours would have been a better estimate, she now thought. At arch number 22, a guard ordered her out of the taxi to join the queue on foot. Pedestrian clearance rules were minimal. She sailed through. The taxi driver was not so lucky though. He disappeared behind a wall where the guards turned him upside down and shook loose change from his robes before letting him go. He reappeared with a story. A short backstory: arch number 22 was a colossal gateway to Banjul, which was named for a date, July 22, 1994, the day the legitimate president fell in a military coup. His successor had commemorated that change by erecting the arch. Let's carry on. Miss McKenzie got back into the taxi, and it pulls away. She says to the driver, "You were gone for 2 eternities. Why?" The driver snaps back about those bullies, referring to the guards that had bullied him. When she presses for an explanation, he replies, essentially, they wanted something small. She asks, "Don't you mean a bribe?" The driver replies with exasperation, "Miss McKenzie, be serious." "I'm serious," she said. He told her that the guards claimed his taxi had faulty brakes. Miss McKenzie asks, "So does it have faulty brakes, I mean?" Angry, the taxi driver brakes suddenly, brakes screech. "So, does it?" he asked her. Miss McKenzie kept pressing him, inquiring whether he had bribed them. Angry, the driver sarcastically told her that on his way back, he is going to ask the guards to arrest him for bribing them. With finality, he told Miss McKenzie to leave him alone. By the time she reached the office, late morning clouds, sagging under the weight of imminent rain, were hanging low. Her boss wasted no time. "We are pulling you out of your assignment to the summit at the pinnacle," he said. The leave on loan she'd expected to start the following week had begun today. She was on a 2-year loan from the Gambian News to the Voice of America VOA, with immediate effect. It started to rain. A time had come when VOA policy allowed employing non-Americans in senior field positions, a change that made Miss McKenzie's loan possible. This was the context for the Bureau's new approach. Mr. Robert Manley, trim and tanned, met her at the entrance and led her up 2 flights of stairs, walking at a zestful pace as if daring her to race him. In his office he wasted no time. "We have a breaking story that can't wait." He thanked the Gambian News for the loan, and asked her to work immediately. He then introduced her to an eccentric tech-savvy. "Then meet our new arrival from America. His name is Nicholas Sentinel," Mr. Manley said. The lanky youth, in army fatigues and wire-rimmed glasses, had brooded quietly. When Ms. McKenzie introduced herself, "I am Fiona McKenzie, but you may call me Fiona," he sprang up, grabbed her hand and gushed, "Pleased to meet you, Miss McKenzie. Mr. Manley says you are the best reporter in town." Mr. Manley told her the VOA needed her to cover a story at a summit of African heads of state, soon taking place at the Pinnacle Hotel. They chose her to work for VOA for 2 reasons, her professional expertise, and her African background that would come in handy. She then asked, "What kind of VOA backup should I expect?" Mr. Manley took the chance to have Nick Sentinel explain to her how he was going to be of help. "Jump in, cowboy," he said to Nick. Nick described his area, wireless communications. He used jargon, semi-random log-normal shadowing, and Miss McKenzie labeled him a jargon-spewing buffoon. He then explained the silent listener, that can secretly listen to and record people's phone conversations. Think of it as an infinite array of radios tuned to all wavelengths, from 0 all the way to infinity, designed to harvest transmissions from the sky. Nick played back recorded snippets from the silent listener. First, a female voice.
"Dr. Afolabi, I have to go. Silly boss wants me back at the office. Something has come up. Sorry."
Miss McKenzie was stunned. "That was me," she confessed. Nick explains the irony. Someone told their contact to always use a mobile number because it was completely secure, and yet the silent listener caught it. He plays another excerpt where a man says he won't give his real name, "Just call me your guide." Nick calls these simple disguises, code-like names that mask identity. Mr. Manley checks his watch. "I must run." I have a meeting at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, he said. But before leaving, it was time to introduce Miss McKenzie to her new office at VOA. He opens the door and says, "Miss McKenzie, meet your office." She likes it. "Wow. It's lovely, thank you." Mr. Manley gives Miss McKenzie and Nick Sentinel free rein. "From here on, you're on your own. Get down to work now." Later that night, Miss McKenzie went back to the Seamount Hotel. At the hotel, Dr. Afolabi had tossed and turned sleeplessly on his bed before finally drifting off to sleep. Just a few minutes into his slumber, he is awakened by his ringing phone. He answers. "Is that you, Dr. Afolabi?" asks a female voice. "It's Fiona. I'm at the reception hall. Come." He was angered by this call that had disrupted his hard-acquired sleep. He scolds her about the hour she is calling him. After making her wait long enough, he went to the lobby to meet her. For a moment, he didn't see her and started wondering whether she had left already. Just then, a desperate scream rips across the lobby. A woman was pleading for help. He turned to look. A man forcefully holds a woman by the waist. He calls her Joy, telling her to shut up. The front desk hotel clerk does nothing. He was busy reading a book, unbothered. Dr. Afolabi confronts him. "Your guests are having a fight over there." The clerk tells him that he can't dare to meddle, for he would risk losing his job over some drunks. The scuffle continues. The man, who calls himself Leo, the Liberian Mauler, hoisted the woman up in the air like a predator carrying away prey and headed for the elevator. In desperation, the woman continues pleading for help, saying that she didn't know the man. He was abducting her. Her legs were kicking wildly. Just then, Dr. Abiola Afolabi heard the woman call out his name. "Abiola, please help me. Abiola, please." This took him by surprise. It was then that he realized the woman was none other than Miss Fiona McKenzie. He then braved her abductor, ordering him to put her down. The Liberian Mauler was not going to let go easily. He swings at Abiola. The two fight. Abiola, with a quick, controlled move, lands a knee into the attacker's groin, and the man collapses. The fight is over. The clerk remains frozen. Dr. Afolabi offers Fiona an arm. He leads her to his suite where she tends to a scrape on his face from the fight, with cotton and nail polish remover. An odd, practical tenderness. "It'll sting a little," she told him. When done tending to him, she excuses herself to go to the bathroom to fix her dress. When she emerges, the lights are off. She could barely see. Dr. Afolabi says, "Over here. I have taken the couch in the living room. Go take the bed in the bedroom." "You are acting as if you might have a wife, do you?" she teased him. "No, she divorced me last year," he answered. They trade small talk. "Where are you from?" "Nigeria." "Married?" She teases him about Pamela, his American ex-wife. Dr. Afolabi also inquired to know why her attacker, the Liberian Mauler, was calling her Joy. "Shouldn't your name still be Fiona McKenzie?" he asked. She explained that Joy is a local slang for a streetwalker. The tone is light. Then the mood shifts when Dr. Afolabi answers a phone call. His face darkens. She asks, "What's the matter? You seem upset." "Who was on the phone?" He says, "One Chinika Chiamaka." The man was claiming I chided him for being drunk when all he had was a Pepsi. It beats me how he got my sweet phone number in the first place. For helping her with the attacker downstairs, Miss McKenzie offers Dr. Afolabi a return favor to tell him about her secret work mission at VOA. They have this youth at the VOA, Nick Sentinel. He snoops on wireless transmissions with a machine called the Silent Listener. "I was there this morning." "Wait," Dr. Afolabi is taken aback. "You were where this morning?" "At the VOA. Yesterday you said you worked for the Gambian News. Were you lying? You're a CIA agent, aren't you?" Dr. Afolabi teases. Miss McKenzie insists that she's a reporter from the Gambian News now loaned to VOA for a period of time, and with a better pay. She goes ahead to tell him about the man whose voice Nick captured, one who knows 4 others but refuses to reveal his own name and calls himself the Guide. With this revelation, Dr. Afolabi is alarmed. He feared the youth she was describing might have uncovered him. Abiola masks his alarm with a yawn and tells her he'll be more attentive tomorrow. He says, "Good night, Miss McKenzie." "Good night, Dr. Afolabi," she replied. The night settles, but the discovery hangs heavy. The silent listener has picked up an anonymous man coordinating others, a puzzle that will not be easily solved. Have you subscribed to this channel already? Please do, if you haven't. You'll otherwise be missing out. That marks the end of Chapter 4 of Fathers of Nations. Make sure to join me for Chapter 5 in the next episode of Sony Tales. It was good having you around. See ya.